When do you think things will get back to normal?
It's hard to say. It's hard to say if anything's really going to go back to normal, you know what I mean? Defining what your normal is, I think masks are probably here to stay. I'd say probably maybe by next summer, we'd be able to have, be able to go into a restaurant full capacity, maybe. I'm not sure though. It depends on how much the vaccines work and how many people take them and that kind of thing.
It depends what you call normal, I guess, because things now have changed a lot. They want you wearing masks now, and at the first they didn't know if you should or not. I don't think they're too sure when it's going to happen or what's going to stop it all. They just seem to be more or less trying to copy off each other. I don't agree with what they're doing right now.
I talk about that a lot actually, and I look at these little kids. I was walking down the street one day and these little kids are wearing these masks, and they're just kicking a ball around. And it seems harmless enough, but you think back to your childhood and it's really not good. But there's no way anybody can predict when this may go away. It could come back, it could mutate and be something far worse.
Things to get back to normal when we get our vaccines and when government is more prepared to tackle this pandemic as soon as it come up, because we don't know what's going to be the next thing that is going to come up. So we should start educating each other. Things will get back to normal as soon as possible, but it could get better if we keep that, the social distancing. We do our part by staying at home when we're supposed to, and if we try to just maintain that health status as given by the provincial government and the federal government, things will get better and we could go back to normal.
I think things will get back to normal. I don't know, when people start following the rules and stuff and they look more into the vaccines, and I don't know, it feels like things are starting to come to normal now, so I don't know, just a matter of time before we, don't wear our masks and stuff.
It's not going to be an on-off switch. I don't think it's going to happen this year. Hopefully next year. And then, of course, there's the definition of back to normal. There'll be a new normal at some point as things even out. But it's going to take some time. And it's years, not months.
I don't expect to get my second dose until the fall sometime. So, September might be approaching normal, might be Christmas.
Please, God, within the next little while. By the new year, for sure, I would hope so.
I'd say another year or two down the road yet. Once the vaccine's out, everyone's got, their second and third dose, we'll slowly start seeing the new normal kind of thing.
I would say we're in for a longer haul than what people expected. Like as far as travel goes, I love to travel in the wintertime, but I don't think it's all going to be back midwinter to early spring, and it's still not going to be the same. It's going to take a few years for it to get back to 100%, but it's going to be back to some normal, I think, midwinter.
I think it's going to be like probably 2022. I think it's going to be quite some time, and it'll have to do a lot with the rollout of the vaccines, and I think we're maybe a little bit slower than what everyone expected. So by the time everyone is vaccinated, I'd say another year for sure, yeah.
I think it's better not to always be thinking when things will get back to normal. I think the most important thing is think when the worst is over, and that hopefully people will learn something from it and not think that everything should be back to normal, that we have to be more concerned about our neighbors and of course I would like things to be back to normal in some ways, but I think we need to be more realistic about what normal is, and a little bit more compassionate.
What would normal mean? Would it mean like going to a rock concert without a mask on, or something like that? I mean, or a sporting event without a mask on, or something like that? I mean, I can't see that happening anytime soon. So I don't think anything is going to be normal for maybe 2 years, something like that. I don't know.
I'm hoping Labor Day. I would fear Christmas, but that's what I'm thinking. We get closer to normal over the summer, but not fully back. Normal will be a different thing when it gets here anyways.
I say it's going to be a couple of years. I think these things are going to stick around, and I think all the face shields and stuff are going to stick around in the grocery stores. That's going to be the new norm. Hopefully, I think masks will disappear. I give it another year.
How can you predict that? How can you predict that we'll be back to normal? Because you don't know what's going to happen the next day to the next. In my opinion, I think they should not jump the gun on this. To take it day by day and see how it goes.